Hey guys, I think I started later than yesterday. Welcome back to the Build Show, Tatuna. It is not the black and gold build tonight, no. Hey, thanks for the sub over there on Twitch, sir. I appreciate you. Welcome back to the Build Show. I'm your host, Ben Estrino, over here at Empower Gaming Computers at the Empower Gaming Studio. Today we are building Jesus's build for him tonight. This is the budget build, or it's basically a different version of the budget build that's listed on the website, but it's basically the budget build, just a different case, the budget box. So if you go on the website and you look at the website and you find the budget box, it is basically this system, but in a different case. So that is what we're going to be building tonight. This system comes out to $580. Normally in this particular build, I would have done a 580, a RTX 580. I'm sorry, not an RX 580 by AMD, but I was able to get 2060s for a really good deal at about the same price, and they're about, I'd say, if not better performance than the 580 overall. And you'll have access to a little bit newer of a card versus the 580. So this card here by Asus is the RTX 2060 Evo by Asus, which is 6 gigs VRAM versus the 8 on the RX 580, and of course the box once again came mutilated, so I am not going to present the box. So with that being said, let's go through the build list and get this build going, because it is late. We are starting late, and I hate building late, but it's just how the days have been landing recently. It's been really bad, so I apologize. I do want to start these streams earlier. So the Ryzen 5 4500, 6 cores, 12 threads, 4.1 maximum boost is the CPU that we're going to be using tonight, along with the Thermalright Assassin X120 SE Tower air cooler. That'll be cooling the CPU, and we're going to be plugging that into a Asus TUF Gaming A520 Plus Wi-Fi motherboard. Originally, this build was scoped out for a B450, but the B450s are all out of stock, so I just went right up to the A520, which is basically the same board. Yes, sir, the power button has been activated. Yes, we are going budget today. Yes, today we have budgets. We have quite a few budget builds, but I mean, overall, this one is a $580 system. So I mean, it's a pretty good deal for 580 bucks. But we will have some pretty cool builds coming up here, so stay tuned for sure. The RAM on this system is going to be 16 gigabytes DDR4 3200, and that's a Team Group T-Force Vulcan Z kit, which is 28 gigs, CL16 3200 megahertz. It's a great solid kit if anybody's looking for it. It's widely available for upgrades in the future. Then we have a 1 terabyte Silicon Power M.2 NVMe, which is the A60. That is a Gen 3 SSD. We've got some extra fans for the case and a 500 watt 80 plus bronze power supply by RS Game. And then the case that we're going to be building in was supposed to be a different case, but this is the case that we ended up with for this particular build. Coupon code makes it $499. Which coupon code? RTX 3060. This is a RTX 2060 at $580 for the build. So this is a very good build for $580. Especially having somebody build it, having a warranty included. You really can't beat that. But yes, the card is a little bit older. Still gonna do everything Jesus is looking to do on his PC, so I'm fully confident that this card is more than enough power for him. For what he's doing. So he'll be super happy with the build. Okay, let's get started with the build. We're going to do motherboard, the CPU, the RAM, the SSD, get rid of the rest of this, but it's a dual chamber micro ATX case. So it's a teeny tiny thing, but it's like a miniature 011 Dynamic. Very miniature. Hey, what's up, Onra? Welcome back to the Build Show, sir. Steve, welcome back to the Build Show. Robert, fix it. Welcome back to the Build Show. Where Ben said he was going to start earlier and then starts later. Because that's just how it's been going lately. We're probably going to stick with just the one build tonight. And Tat, I know you're super excited for the gold and black build. And that's Dan, if Dan's watching. Your build with gold and black is going to be tomorrow. So we will be building yours tomorrow. And I'm going to try to make it so that we can do more than one system. Because I just have to start earlier. Right now it's super late. I feel really bad starting this late. And I'm tired. It's been a long day. So, go ahead and get this one wrapped up for Jesus, and then we can get that one ready for pickup as well. This one. These A520 boards, if you don't need PCIe Gen 4, these boards have been absolutely solid. I have never had a problem with these boards. And for an A520, it has a lot of features packed into it. If you're looking for a budget board and you can't find a B450, most likely this board is available. A lot of people don't use it. I don't understand why. VRMs are maybe a little bit tad on the light side, but when you're doing a budget board, you're generally doing a budget CPU, and I really don't see this build being upgraded. So, Lenovo makes great builds. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Jim Camel, I got a Lenovo Legion T5 tower from Best Buy during the Boxing Day sale. Nice. RTX 4070 Super, i7, 16 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, Tat to Tuna actually just had a has had a Lenovo, but he converted it over to a different case and everything, so he went through that process actually just recently. I'm waiting on the Corsair 4000D case that is 3 days late. Yeah, there's a lot of things running late right now, especially with the central US winter storms. So if you're waiting on stuff, I am also waiting on stuff. So I feel your pain. There's a lot of just random delays on stuff right now, including PCs that I was shipping out to customers. Those were delayed as well. So, and it sucks. It just sucks. I'm sorry. So I definitely understand how that is. I've got a couple of power supplies floating around in, I think it's Ohio right now, or somewhere over there. Just below us. It's like a state or two down. And they haven't moved for like 2 days. So we met in Royal Oak. Gotcha. Hey, remember me? I'm the kid that sold you the PC the summer, I think, or just before. Oh yeah. Yep, I remember. How you doing, man? Pretty sure I finished. Yeah, your PC was the PC that I bought off you. We ended up rebuilding it into a new case, and I'll have to go look up, see if I have pictures on it or something, because I don't think I did it live on stream. I was going to, but then we got way too busy, and I never got around to doing it on stream. But anyway, the system ended up going into a new case, and it went over to, I think, a 12-year-old, 12 or a 10-year-old who was just getting into PC gaming, and I think we sold it for like $300 or $400, or I'm sorry, $450 after the upgrades that we did with it. So I changed out, I think, the cooler, the case, the power supply, the RAM, and I think I put a bigger graphics card in there. But overall, I think it was like $250 that you sold it for to me too. I can't remember exactly, it was so long ago, I'm sorry. But it was I did some upgrades to it, and then sold it to a kiddo that wanted to play some Call of Duty on a system, on a PC, and it was his first PC. So that's who it went to. So it went to a good cause, After I upgraded it, it was performing very nicely. Okay, so we've got our CPU installed, which is the Ryzen 5 4500. Let's go ahead and install our 16 gigabytes of DDR4 3200 by Team Force Vulcan, or by Team Group T-Force Vulcan Z. And then we have a 1 terabyte M.2 NVMe SSD that we're going to install. We're going to put it here, so we need our stud and screw for that. Where art thou, stud and screw? Oh, I already have it out. Never mind. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I needed some work. Yeah, that case, I still have the case sitting here, actually. I was going to list it for free on Marketplace for somebody to pick up if they want to do a build. It's a little teeny tiny micro ATX power spec case. If anybody wants it and is local and wants to do a build in it, they can. But don't put anything high power in those cases. They're just not the greatest for airflow, which is why the primary reason why I moved it to another case, because of the airflow. And the look of it doesn't sell very well anymore. It's an older style case. So if I list it and try to sell it, it doesn't want to sell because people are more interested in newer looks. The style. Gaming PCs have styles, and that style is not in right now. Not anymore, anyway. Okay, so we've got our 1 terabyte M.2 NVMe SSD installed. Now we have a Thermalright Assassin X120 refined SE tower air cooler to install. But this is what's going to cool the CPU. Absolute fantastic cooler for the price, especially for these smaller wattage CPUs. These are great. It's hard to find things in that case. Yes, it is, especially because the back is not very accessible, or you really can't route cables to the back, so it kind of makes it difficult to build in. I really don't like that case, so it's not a great building experience. I will be upfront about that. Steve Anderson, I did a web search. I have a Ryzen 5, I assume that's what that was, right? Percentage. What's the 5? Yep. Ryzen 5 4500 coming. I asked if I compare it with a 4070 Ti, and the person was yes, it would do good at 1440p and 4K. It would actually be a bottleneck with a 4500. It'll run it, yeah, but your GPU will not run it 100%, but it depends on the title, the game that you're running, or the benchmark that you're running. So that might determine that as well. But I don't see that running the card at 100%, the 4500. It's basically a... What was that? Hey, good morning from Greece. Welcome back to the Build Show, sir. Which case do we have for this build? This is a O11 Dynamic Mini Micro ATX Tower, but it's not by Lian Li. It's a knockoff. It's a dual chamber knockoff of the O11. Then turned into pirate. Did I? Arg. Did I turn into a pirate? I'm sorry. Hard to find things in that case. Yeah. Normal graphics cards could barely fit. Yeah, that was also a problem, because I think I ended up doing a RX 6600 2-fan, and that would have fit in there, but I just didn't like the airflow in there. Is Jesus here in the chat? No, he said I gave him a heads up before we started the stream earlier today. I actually emailed him earlier, because I knew he worked earlier in the day and he goes to bed pretty early. So just based off of our conversations. So I made sure to send out an email earlier to make sure he got an opportunity to see it, so that he had the option to stay up and watch the stream. But he had stated that he will be going to bed tonight because he's got to get up early tomorrow. So he's already asleep, so Jesus is not here in the chat tonight. What's that? Do you know the model of Silicon Power SSD NVMe you have? This is the A60. So this is a Silicon Power M.2 NVMe SSD Gen 3. It is the A60, if you want to look up that model. Just for a brief moment. Oh, I'm sorry. It might have been my PC overheating because of the fact that I'm supposed to do how to clean your PC, and I still haven't done that yet. The guy I did a case swap for gave me the old case, MSI pre-built. Man, the case has zero airflow in it. Might as well just, yeah, be a yeah, be a sealed box. Yeah, that's pretty much the problem with a lot of the pre-builds that came out of like the 2020 to like 2022 had all these solid fronts, and I don't understand why. Especially with some of the components that they were built that went into them. There's just not enough airflow with the cases and the components that they were building with. And I still see it from time to time. I'll see it. Yeah. How much did this build cost? This build cost $580 to assemble. And that is with my build fee and the warranty. So, and it's on the website if you want to check it out. Plus the glass panel with the 4 screws. Eek, yeah, I know. I mean, you'll see that on a cheap. I think this one that I'm building with has the 4 screws with the glass panel as well. I mean, you really can't escape it in the budget area. I'm pretty sure this one does. I can't remember. Anyway, let's get back to the build. We're going to remove these stock brackets that come with the motherboard and add the mounting brackets for the Thermalright Assassin X120 cooler. The best warranty in the business, 2 years? Yeah, it's got 2 years, man. 2 years parts, labor. And if you are out of state, I generally get it repaired if there's a problem with the system locally rather than having you ship it back. So I'll have you take it to a repair shop that I vet and contact, and then I pay for the bill. And if parts are needed in the repair, then I ship the parts to the repair center. So literally all you got to do is drop it off to the repair center and then pick it up when it's done. Local to you. And I try to keep it within reason, you know, so it's not like 2 hours away. But that is how I manage my repairs when they're out of state. And then I also have remote services, so I'm able to help people remotely. And I've been seeing a lot more of that, actually. Which has been great. So, anyway. There has been many improvements since my 10-year-old Alienware. Yeah. Hey, I've got a really old Alienware here if you ever want to check one out. We're supposed to do a video on it to rebuild it, or a video series actually, and just haven't gotten around to that one either. So we'll see. We'll see when we do it. Maybe sometime in 2025. But it's the old green Alienware from 2003. Anybody knows which one I'm talking about. Empower Gaming Computers is singing now. Yes. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm actually a drummer. my drum. Alien PCs are weird. Just the look of them and what they use. Yeah, the original Alienwares from like 2003, before Dell bought them, they were actually really cool. Now, the problem with the cases today is that they're not going to offer proper airflow for today's hardware, but they, with some modifications, you can get it to get it to offer some better airflow. So I have some ideas for the case that I want to do. I just, the case itself is probably worth $800 untouched, so I could list it on eBay and it would probably eventually sell. And there are people that collect them, so if I modify it, that value gets thrown out the window. I think I paid $300 for the system also, because the customer was going to throw it away. I was like, no, don't do that. Let me buy it off of you. Bring it here and I'll pay you $300. So. Laptops are nice though. Yeah, it's a Dell thing now. It's hard to justify Dell / Alienware now. I wish Alienware would have kept their own thing, but they sold out. I can't remember the reason why that all happened. I knew there was some important stuff behind it. I have a feeling it was behind taxes or something, and they needed to get out. And Dell got a pretty good deal on the company. So. All right. Get some zip ties on this and we're good to pull the case out. I could show you finally what case we have it in store for this build. Well, that sucks. You know they're cheap zip ties when you just pull it and it breaks. Cheap zip ties break. If I find in US a GPU brand new from Computer Shop in USA, do you know if they send it to Greece? There's a lot of places that will be limited to shipping within the United States, so just definitely double check with their policy before purchasing anything from out of country. Make sure that they ship internationally. Like, for example, me, I don't ship internationally. If I do, it is a very special situation where I leave all the taxes, the tariffs, anything that's going out of country, the responsibility of the customer rather than me. That's 100% what I don't want to deal with. Because it's a pain in the butt, and there's absolutely nothing good that comes out of it, honestly. So, all right, let's go ahead and set this here, and we'll get the case out. Nice, cute little thing. I had a ton of people surprised by the actual physical size when they look at pictures versus when they finally see it. They're like, oh, it's a lot smaller than I thought. Size does not really matter that much, but yes, these are very misleading when you look at pictures online. Oh, so this one's got the two. Okay, so this one's pretty cool. This one has the 2 screws on the back for the glass panel, the side panel, which is cool. A little bit nicer. This is by Moroval. This is the V3. Morvol V3. I didn't realize it came with the case fans, so we'll move those. Because we have addressable RGB, and I want the RGB ones here in the back. We can move these to the top. Let's go ahead and just start removing these bad boys. Oh, we're still zoomed in. It's all right. Ben likes to forget about that. I don't know why he does. He's very slow these days. You see the new Thermaltake TR100 cases? Here you go. Here's a view. It is a dual chamber, like miniature 11 dynamic. You like those ones a lot? How much was the case? I think it's, I think this one was like $80. Somewhere in that price range. Oh yeah, Steve, the price, the question, the comment about the pricing in a local marketplace, it's the same thing here. And we have a Micro Center 30 minutes down the street. So seriously. There's this guy selling the exact, he even confessed to purchasing at Micro Center, the 7800X 3D bundle, which includes the motherboard, the RAM, and the CPU. Micro Center sells it for $599, which is a really good deal. He bought it, opened it, started assembling his PC, took pictures of it, listed it on Marketplace because he decided he doesn't have enough money to finish the build or whatever. And he said, hey, I'm just not able to finish my build and I'm trying to get $700 for it. So he's charging like $100 more than what it would be if you just went to Micro Center and bought it brand new with the return policy from Micro Center and the manufacturer's warranty without any issues with that. Versus buying from him, there's no return policy and there's no manufacturer warranty because you don't have an invoice from Micro Center. You technically need those things, especially if you try to send the CPU back to AMD, invoice required. If you try to send it back to, or receipt, if you try to send it back the motherboard to ASUS, invoice required. RAM, invoice required. All three of those companies require receipts from certified resellers such as Micro Center, Best Buy, Amazon, Newegg, to prove that you purchased it. If you don't have that, you cannot return it for an RMA. So, watch streak reached. Army Vet currently at a 3 stream streak. 3 again. Oh no. Yeah, that's not right. You have some more like 40 or 50 streams or even more. But welcome back to the Build Show, Army Vet. Welcome back. But yeah, I don't understand why people do that, and especially even worse, you know, in my area, which is right next to a Micro Center, people still try to rip people off. I don't understand. And also, he listed it as new, even though he opened it and took it out of the box. The definition of new is never opened. It is no longer new when you take something out of a box and touch it. And that is called open box. or that is called used. That is no longer new. So for everybody who needs an education on that, which it seems like there's a lot of people around here that list stuff on Marketplace that need that education, that is always a problem. So even after I messaged him and showed him, you know, hey, I could buy this brand new from Micro Center for less, he was like, okay, whatever. Doesn't even care. Doesn't care about it at all. And it's like, okay, you are blatantly ripping people off and you don't care. Good to know. So I just blocked him so I don't ever see his marketplace listings ever again. One less thing to see in my filter. Alright, so let's remove these fans because I want the RGB fans on the side and the rear. We're going to move these fans since they're here and available and included with the case. I'm going to put 2 at the top and maybe 1 at the bottom, right underneath the GPU, so we can get some good airflow there. And since they're there and available, may as well just put them in. But I have Thermalright fans over here that we're going to be installing. 1, 1, and 1. 2 on the side, 1 in the rear. Plus, these are not reverse blades and they're facing the wrong way, so I would have had to take them out anyway, even if I used them. Because these would have been intake. I wish there was a Micro Center up north. Well, I mean, we're lucky to even have a Micro Center in the state of Michigan, so, you know, I'm okay with where it's located. I mean, you know, for me it's a lot easier to say that because I'm not up north in the UP. But, you know, there's other people in different states that don't have a Micro Center at all. So that, I'm definitely thankful for the Micro Center that we have in Michigan. Which, you know, when I was younger, I was like, oh, it's a cool place. Didn't really think of how special it is to actually have a Micro Center here at the state. Take it. Only a 5.5 hour drive south. Well, if you ever do make the trip down to Micro Center, make sure you let me know, and we'll make a day out of it. What's up? What's up, Army Vet? Welcome back to the Build Show. Stacy, Wardrobe, Facts, right? Welcome back to the Build Show. Why, Fred? I know you were here earlier, but I don't think I actually said this. Welcome back to the Build Show. And Deter, how do you pronounce your name? Deter. I live near one. I would be broke all the time. Yeah, if I lived near one. I hear you. I'm broke all the time, and it's because I live near one. So, there you go. It's living proof. Alright, let's go ahead and get these addressable RGB fans. I think I ask you that like every time. Like, sit there and question the name. Do you get all your parts from Micro Center? No, I do not. They don't carry a lot of the parts that I use. For example, these fans, they don't carry them. They don't carry these power supplies. They don't carry these cases. Or they just started carrying Thermalright coolers, but really it's dominantly the Phantom Spirit that they carry. They don't really carry the Thermalright Peerless Assassin, which is mostly what I use, along with these X120s. So unfortunately they don't carry a ton of parts that I use. Really, the only time I'm going to Micro Center is if I can't find something or if I need something really fast. Like, if something's out of stock, I'll go there if they have it in stock. And then if somebody brings a repair to me and I need to get something done really quick, like a replacement part or an upgrade for somebody, I'll run there and go get it. So that's really the only time I'm going to Micro Center. Sometimes I'll try to use their bundle deals, but they limit you on how many bundles a household can buy. And if you buy too many, they yell at you. So you can't buy too many. unfortunately. I started doing that, and then somebody, one of the managers came up to me, and he's like, hey, I've noticed you've been buying a lot of those. You do realize that they're limit 1 per customer, right? And I'm like, oh, didn't know that. I knew that. I'm terrible, I know. But I mean, they let you do it. Nobody stopped me till then. Oh shit. I need to flip this fan around. What am I doing? What am I doing? Talking too much. Almost put this fan in the wrong way. That would have been fun. I think I would have just closed the stream and called it a night. If I put this fan in the wrong way. Have a good night, guys. We're done. Well, dang, that makes it all the more worth it. Yeah, well, yeah, you're coming down here to Micro Center. We're going together. We're shopping. I live in Washington State. Closest Micro Center is California. Dang. Yeah, that's a little bit of a drive as well. Just like that, Dether. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm saying the name right, because my English, my building skills may be good. My English may not be. Das sprechen Sie Deutsch? Hey Tattoo to Bet, have you tried out any of those Thermaltake custom loop kits? I have not tried any of those out yet, but I am very interested in them. I would like to, oh, by Thermaltake. Yeah, so you know what? I take that back. I have, and they're okay. They're okay. Corsair makes them. I've tried Corsair. I've tried Thermaltake. The only reason why I tried it was because a customer bought the kit, was going to do a PC build themselves with the kit, and ended up not doing the build and bringing it to me to have me do it. So that's the reason why I got pushed into doing that. That was a while ago too. That was one of the earlier versions of that kit. So none of the new stuff. I haven't tried any of the new stuff, but some of their older stuff, and it was pretty good actually back then. So and that was back then. Let's see. How can I buy parts from AliExpress, my friend? I mean, you go to the AliExpress website and make a purchase there. I think that's how you do it, right? What's on the menu this evening, Cece, or Don? The PC is a Ryzen 5 4500, and the RAM 16 gigs. It's on an A520, very similar build to last night's build, except this is a different budget box on the website. The case is really just the big difference. And then also the graphics card is an RTX 2060, which originally was supposed to be a 1660 or an RX 580 in this build, but because I was able to get a 2060 for the same price, I went ahead and just got the 2060 for them. So a little bit upgrade on the GPU versus what would have been available to them, just based on the pricing. All right, one more fan to install on the back here for the RGB, and then we have two. Then we're going to reinstall the black fans that came out, 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom, and that'll give us some extremely good airflow for a system that does not need this many fans. But originally this build should have just had 3 fans, the 2 RGB on the side as your intake, and then the 1 on the rear. Originally that was what this system was designed to have. Why, Fred? Because the Micro Center in Cali is the very southern Cali. Oh, yeah. Say something. It doesn't sit there. No? Sorry. Yeah. The soft tube kits, aren't they? Yeah, I think they are soft. I think they have a hard kit. Actually, I think they have both. They have both. I'm pretty sure. What's up, Ben Michael? This is sweet. First time getting in to watch a full build. Yes, sir. We're still waiting on your parts, Michael. But welcome to the build show, sir. Appreciate the warm welcome. Yeah, thank you, Tat. Thanks for covering me, because there's just so many chats going on right now in the chat right now. I can't read them all. So, I mean, I'm already building a PC. I can't possibly read all the chats. We'd be here all night. Too small? Try this one. All right. Lots of fans tonight. Lots of fans. In the case, of course. There's a huge computer store around in the US. I bet you find one of them. What huge computer store? Micro Center? I think he's in Greece. He's in a different country. He's not from the US. So I think that might be what you don't know. Okay, so we've got our 2 intake fans installed. We've got our rear exhaust fan. These are RGB, so they'll blend very nicely with the RGB cooler. So we've got our RGB. Now we're going to put the 2 fans that came out of the system originally on the top, and then one in the rear. I'm sorry, one in the bottom, if it takes it. Let's get our 2 fans installed here. These 2 that came with the case that we pulled out. Yeah, I guess we'll go. Yeah, he's in Greece. One of the crazy people from another country that hang out. I'm just super shocked that other people from other countries will come in here. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We have fun. What is that PSU? It is a 500 watt RS game. It's available on Amazon. I think they're about $40. 80 plus bronze. I've been using them for a long time for budget builds, you know, systems that don't need a lot of power. They are absolutely fantastic. Out of probably the 500 or so that I've built with now, I think we've had 3 or 4 fail, so it's a very good sample rate. And their warranty services have always been super helpful, super fast. So the service behind it's been pretty good. What's the computer store in Greece? I don't think they really have one there, honestly. Or maybe they do. I would assume it would be something similar to like a Best Buy. So the entirety of this system, for anybody that's new into the chat here, is a $580 system. So it's not a very expensive system. But in 2025, for what you're getting out of the system, it's great. It's a great system to start with, especially if they're, you know, if you're just doing office stuff, which is mostly, I think, what Jesus is doing. I don't think he's doing anything super crazy. Maybe a couple of light games here and there. How did I end up doing that? I somehow got the cable. There we go. So there's nothing too crazy that's going to happen on this computer. Even though I build mostly gaming PCs, this is what he wanted. But this would be more ideal for like a 10-year-old that wants to start playing Minecraft or Fortnite. You know, something for parents to get into a PC that's not super insanely expensive, and that'll give them a couple of years of great performance. So that's really what this is designed for. Mostly for parents' budgets, if you know what I'm saying, especially if you're a parent. Acer told me is American model and not European model. Well, yeah, because so the difference is European, you have different power connections. I think you guys have 240 or 220 there, right? Or is it one? Yeah, you have 220 there. So your outlets are different. So that means Acer has to put in a different power supply. Unless it's a switching power supply. That could do both. But generally, you know, they're not doing that. So you have to buy the European model that supports the correct wall outlets, which is 220 over there in Europe, right? Over here in the United States, it's 110. It's our default. So that is why there's probably a difference. Probably limited to just the power supply. But still, that is a difference. Okay, so we've got the back panel in, we've got the fans installed, except for the bottom rear fan that we're going to do in a little bit here. So I just want to get these bottom connections plugged into the motherboard before we tackle that. Do I need to put the, I do. I need studs. Adding the studs, yeah? Are there any studs here? I need to build a 20... I need to build 20 PCs from parts I have. Oh, nice. Do you do a lot of PC flipping, or do you do it for something else? We have fun over on Twitch. Yeah, there's some sketchy things on AliExpress, so you just have to look at the company reviews, see how long they've been there and how many reviews they have and whether or not they're positive. So you do kind of like eBay shopping. You just have to look at the seller on AliExpress just to make sure that you're buying from a trusted seller. It's designed for the 10-year-old so he could play or get into PC and not break the budget for the parents. Exactly. That is the design of this system. It is not an RTX 4080 Super Ryzen 7 9800 X3D, etc. It is the beginning of a journey for a 10-year-old. I'm a local PC builder. Oh, nice. Where do you build? Hey, Bester, what's up, man? Long time. Yeah, it's been a while, man. Hope you've been catching some good games, because I haven't been playing that much. I'm busy building, especially during this holiday season. As you know. I find power supply in Greece for this model, but I have a keyboard problem. I use Microsoft external keyboard. Okay. What's going on with the problem with the... or I guess what's the problem with the keyboard? Louisiana! Oh, nice. So you're kind of like doing what I do? I may have screwed that up. I put the wrong screw in here and I've already screwed this up, so hold your horses. I'm sitting here chatting and I grabbed the wrong screw. Been selling PCs going on for 5 years. Yeah, I've been doing it since 2008. Mostly targeting like, you know, and power gaming computers I didn't really start until like 2021, which is the website, and then started streaming and doing all this fun stuff. So it took a while. Took a while to come around, but you know, most of it was word of mouth before that. Yeah, I screwed this up. I got the stud stuck. Nice! That's what happens when you put the wrong screw in. Because you're an idiot. Ah. Anyway, I thought we were making some good progress there. Now I take that back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? To not put the wrong screw into the wrong... Yeah, that screw can go fuck off. Happy accidents. Nothing to Well, I'm not worried about it. It's just frustrating for me. I'm like, dang it. Rookie mistake. I was just chatting. Didn't see what screw I grabbed. Grabbed the wrong one. Thought I grabbed the right one. I'll be more careful. Happens only to the best of us. They need to bring back Circuit City. Oh no, that store's gone. Circuit City's dead. What was the other one? CompUSA or... Yeah, CompUSA or... Oh, what is it? There was another one out there. Circuit City was just always way more expensive than, like, Best Buy and other people. I love Rob Ross's happy accidents. Yeah. Get that. I always bought from Circuit City. Radio Shack. Oh yeah, that's another one. I think you can still find a Radio Shack. Right? Isn't there still some form of Radio Shack around? It still exists somewhat somewhere? Or am I wrong? Okay, we got the motherboard installed. Look at that. So we'll get our front panel connectors plugged in. We've got the front I/O for the power button, which is over here on the front. Power button, reset button, hard drive LEDs, etc. We have USB 3.0. I think we have USB 2.0 in this case. Yes, we do. And then we also have HD audio. So, and then I want to get these case fans obviously plugged in as well, because I think the header's down here. As well. I'll say as well. The header's right here that we're going to have to make it to. We'll make it work. The front panel stuff. Gosh. Why so buggy? Audio. Oh, it's all just gonna go through there. And it. That's one thing to note, is the hole is really tight. For that. No pun intended. Then these fans, I'm going to plug into the header at the top. Actually, yeah, we might just chain it all. Oh, because that's the top. Okay. We're just going to daisy chain these real quick and throw it onto the other side, get them plugged in. Because they need to get plugged in anyway. Oops. Oops. Where's my... There it is. Ooh, that sucked. That weakened those, but that's okay. Not end of world yet. Those there. Now, for this thing, we will plug in all the 4 pins, yeah. The 2 sides, and then the rear. And then we'll grab the tops. We'll just do this instead. Is that way it will be done? I love how all those connections are just, boom, right there. Super simple. Super simple, super clean. I have a lot of Radio Shacks here in Mexico. Nice. Yeah, I think Radio Shack's still around. Let's see. How many builds tonight, Ant-Man? I am probably just gonna do the one because we got started so late. I've got to start earlier if we want to do multiple builds. Which is the better Steam Deck ROG Ally X? I want to use a emulation system. I'm actually not sure. I'm not too big into the Steam Decks. I don't know enough about them to educate, or I guess provide you opinions or answers in an educated fashion. Last time I was in Radio Shack, I was in the remote control trucks. Oh, nice. Yeah, they did have those back then. Yeah. RC. I'm still kind of like, I want to go get another RC truck, like a 10 scale or something like that, or an 8 scale. But my least favorite part of PCs is the cable management. Yeah, Jeremy, I hear you. Welcome to the build show, sir. Bring back Fry's. Yes, that place was beautiful. I've never stepped foot into a Fry's, but everybody tells me it's like a Micro Center experience. So, I mean, if it's like that, then we need more of it. One letter of the keyboard is out of order, not working in my original keyboard on my Acer laptop. So when you plug it into either computer, you have the same problem? Or, I'm sorry, is that the keyboard on your Acer laptop? Oh, that's a keyboard on your Acer laptop that you're talking about. So you can actually get a replacement keyboard for the laptop. I know here in the United States we can. I don't know for sure. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Maybe I missed the chat. Oh, is that what you meant by the Acer told me that an American model and not European? That's kind of weird. I don't know what the difference would be there. Because the power supply in a laptop is completely different than a power supply in a desktop. So, alright. Yeah, that's kind of weird, man. I don't know. Don't know what to say there. Other than maybe, you know what, the European keyboard's probably different. That's probably what it is. Duh. Different language, right? So maybe you could put an English keyboard on there if you know English and use that, right? Maybe it's not a technical thing, maybe it's a language thing that they're saying, or what they're saying. I don't know, I'd have to look into it a little bit further and see if that is the case, but probably what it is probably the fact that there's... Or do they all come in English? Or they sell them there? I don't know. I don't know. I'd be curious to find out, though. Curiosity will get to me. All right, now let's get this bottom fan installed. And then we are good to go here. Moving on to the next step, which is install a graphics card, install a power supply. I didn't realize how tight this is. Nice. Okay. Hope it fits. Actually, let's double check that before we do this. It won't. Ah, nice. So if we put this bottom fan in here, it's not even gonna fit. Too thick. Graphics card is too thick to work. So, shoot. Let's get this back out. And move on. No bottom fans. Looks like we need to do the 25mm case fans. The thin ones. So, if we want case fans down here, we could do the 25mm. It's good to know in this case. I have a, hey, what's up, Shinx? Welcome to the Empower supporter. Oh, welcome. Thank you for becoming a member over there, Shinx, on the YouTube channel. Appreciate that. My least favorite part of PC, yeah, definitely. I think we already read that. Well, guys, looks like we're not going to put that bottom fan in. We're definitely going to note that for the future, if we ever, in this particular case, need to put bottom fans in, they will have to be the 25mm thin set fans. Something to note, especially for anybody else that's going to do a build in this case. Let's go ahead and drop the card in, and we'll put the power supply in, do some cable management, and fire this bad boy up. Shall we? Excuse me. Got all excited putting that card in. That. Like that. Do that. Get rid of that. Okay. Power supply time. Yeah? Cable management is actually pretty easy and simple, straightforward in this particular case. And I think we're going to try to bundle these cables and somehow get them out of the way of the airflow here. I don't want them like sitting there just to collect dust. Alright, let's get the power supply in, and then we'll deal with that cable management. Hey, Shinx! Keep up the hard work. I hope you like... I hope to build like you someday. Oh, thank you! Thank you for the super chat as well. Appreciate that. I mean, if you watch enough videos here and you ask enough questions, you're gonna be building. I build a lot of different builds here, so a lot of experience can be gained just by hanging out with us. And there's tons of people. Also, we have a Discord channel, Shinx, if you want to join the Discord channel. A lot of people join there and ask questions about their builds, or, you know, maybe things that they're running into. So it's kind of like a community of people that build, that help. Hey, Rye Guy, thanks for the follow over there on the Twitch. Appreciate that. So anybody's welcome to join the Discord channel. I could drop the links for you here in just a second. There is the link to the Discord if you want to join. Anybody's welcome to join. Lots of fun there. We play games, we do all sorts of stuff there. Lots of tech. I drop tech deals, you know, things. People ask questions about parts. Really cool place. Get a lot of knowledge combined from a bunch of PC builders and enthusiasts and people that just enjoy it as a hobby. You know. Yeah. It's a good place to join and hang out. Alright, so let's go ahead and install this power supply. This one is very simple to install. The key thing with this particular build, or any dual chamber case that's designed like this, is you obviously want your fan facing up, which is going to have a vented panel back here, so that the power supply can breathe. We'll put this in here, and then we have the 4 screws on the back to add. There. Whoops. That is the first time that I've dropped the LTT store screwdriver. Hope it still works. It still works. Thank you again for the super chat, even though it's not really needed. I appreciate the tip. And also the membership. Okay, here we go. We've got a 24-pin, an 8-pin EPS, and an 8-pin PCI cable to route to the other side. This is pretty simple, straightforward for power supply. There's not a whole lot to it, you know. Not a whole lot to this build when it comes to the power supply. Maneuver your way through here. 24-pin. And then our 8-pin is going to be the same thing. We're going to maneuver our way up there. 8-pin EPS, which is not that one. This one. We're going to route that to the top corner here. Poke that through. And then last is our graphics card, PCIe. I'm going to route that sucker down here. Like so. Then we'll flip it over and get it all plugged in. Hey, Dark Hollow One. Thank you for the follow over there on the Twitch. Appreciate you. And then we've got a 24-pin right here. Apparently I have it rotated the wrong way. And I want it to look a little nicer. So we'll rotate it so that the cables look a little nicer. Get that plugged in all the way. Yeah. And I'm going to try to like get these cables lined up in between the two fans there the best I can. And then last but not least is our 8-pin EPS cable right here. Goes into the top corner. So we just plug that in, push the excess back through the back, and voila. Last we have to get this EPS or this PCIe 8 cable cleaned up a little bit. There's a little bit too much slack on the front side. Rotate it, make it look nice. Also, I think I'll pull that up here with that one. Get a zip tie in here to clean it up. The other option was to go underneath, but there's just, I don't want to block anything down here. I want to limit that as much as possible because that's where the airflow from the graphics card is going to pull in. It is Sloppy Joe sauce. You get into it, yeah. Steve Anderson, amazing how many want NVIDIA to fail. Anyone that knows me knows I buy AMD, yeah. And NVIDIA, I have and NVIDIA, I have 5700 XT, 6600 XT, 7800 XT, 7900 XT on the way, and an RTX 4070 Ti, but whenever you say something, yeah, I know, there's a lot of NVIDIA haters out there. Hey, Dark, welcome to the build show, sir. First time chat. If you don't need it, let me know. LOL, what's up? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Nice about NVIDIA and AMD fanboys go nuts. Yeah. I know. I mean, I'm neither. Like, I enjoy the hardware the way it is. So, meaning I'll enjoy. NVIDIA has its use case scenarios. AMD has its use case scenarios. It is what it is. I'm not a fanboy of either. Back when I was younger, I'd say I was probably more of an AMD fanboy. I leaned towards Red, Team Red, definitely. But you know, as I've matured and gotten older, it doesn't really matter to me. As long as the correct usage is there, that's what's important for me. I've not been a big fan of Intel lately, except for their, of course, Battlemage GPUs. Which, by the way, guys, the parts are almost here for our Battlemage B580 build that we're going to be doing. So we will be doing that live on stream as well. I'm going to see... we're probably going to install Windows Live on stream and just start benchmarking it live. Right? That'll be kind of a longer stream, but it'll be fun. Alright. So there's what the cable management will look like from the front side. Yeah, nice and clean. Very clean build. So we just got to finish up cleaning up the backside, and we are ready to fire this thing up and see if it works. Of course it's gonna work. I built it, right? Really? I mean, I'm just gonna probably stash these. The next person, whoever's in this build, is probably gonna be me. I doubt anybody else is ever going in this build. So, not super concerned about this management. I just need it clean on the front side, and I'll be satisfied. And there's honestly not a whole ton of space for cable management in this one. It is tight. I don't want these here, but I really don't have a choice. I think I'll just zip them up like this. Keep them out of the way. Then we've got some extra power cables for future upgrades if he ever adds more storage, etc. Put a zip tie on that at least. There is Velcro in the system as well. I'll see what I can do with that here in just a moment. Looks good. Yeah, thank you, thank you. It's Jesus. Jesus himself, yes. I clarified that with him so I didn't sound like an idiot when he was here. He actually came here and paid for the PC in person, which was kind of cool. Got to meet the person before I built for them. Do do do. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. There's not a whole lot more I can do here. It's tight. A little bit tight. I mean, there's you know, at least a channel there, but it's just tight. So is what it is. All right, so let's put this back panel back on and get this thing fired up. Is 200 for a 4060 a good... Yes, that is a very good price for a 4060. 4060's MSRP right now are $320-ish dollars, brand new. So if you're finding that used, that's a very good price. Although the 5060 will most likely come out and run circles around the 4060, because in my opinion the 4060 wasn't that great. But you know. Okay. But that's a good deal as of today. 6 months from now, probably not as much, but right now it is. All right, let's clean up some of this hardware and we'll fire this thing up. Robert Fixit, sir, I have to go. Do good things. See you on the next one. Yeah, Robert Fixit, thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one. You have a good night, sir. Robert Fixit, so cute. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it is pretty cute, isn't it? We are almost ready to fire this thing up. Go on, hang on. I'll expedite that for you. Get rid of all this crap. Get rid of all this crap. cute little thing. Okay. Let's get that side view going and let's fire it up. $2060 or 2060 Super. This is a 2060. RTX 2060. That was a total fail. All right. Since Jesus is not here, build number 3 for 2025. Who wants to tell me to punch it? I won't actually punch the power button, Jesus, I promise. Somebody tell me to hit it. We're ready to power it on. Y'all ready? Please tell me you're ready. Let's go. In a 3, 2, Dark Hollow 1 over on Twitch. You get the hit it. We're going. Go, 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 Steve Anderson said. Fire it up, Buttercup, Tattoo Tuna says. Thousands of games you can play with this. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's a great system. Immediately posted, by the way. Immediately posted. This camera struggles when there's glass. When there's glass involved, it doesn't like it. One more adjustment. One more down. There you go. Perfect. There you have it. The budget box from the website. This is like budget box 2.0 with bigger case. Slightly bigger case. It has risen, but Jesus, this is your build. That's out of focus again, isn't it? Much better. We just have to finish the, how much? This is $580 on the website. So this is what $580 will get you today. RTX 2060, which is, you know, a little bit older generation on the GPU, and the AM5 CPU is a Ryzen 5 4500, so it's not the latest and greatest, but it is definitely something more than capable of gaming. Literally anything you throw at it, it's going to run. A little bit limited on the newest titles because of the VRAM, which is 6 gig, which, you know, expected. $580 system, but it's got a 2-year warranty. It was built custom, live here. I don't know. Can't really beat that deal. Layaway plans, yeah, not bad. That price is very fair. Yeah, thank you. I try to keep it as fair as possible for everybody. But the design of this build, like I said, is, you know, the 10-year-old that wants to play Fortnite on PC, wants to start playing. It has the cool RGB. Parents don't spend, you know, $2,000 on a 10-year-old who doesn't even know if they want to have a PC. I mean, of course, usually they start PC and then they never go back. So once you go PC, you never go back. Sometimes. But every once in a while, I'll play on the Xbox. That's because of the girls. No fires, so that's good. Yeah. Thanks, Jeremy. That's all. That's a positive. There's no fire. I'll trade you my laptop, LOL. GTX 1650, GTA 6 is soon. Yeah, no, I can't do any trades like that. I'm running a 1060 and it plays most games. Yeah, I mean 6 gig VRAM for the most part can play anything. I'm assuming you have the 6 gig 1060. Even the 3 gig can run it, but I know the 3 gig runs hot. The 3 gig version of the 1060 generally runs hot. I sold a 11400F with the 2060 the other day for $450 to do a return customer. Oh, nice. That's actually a really good deal too. Yeah, you can generally find, the problem with the 11th and 10th generation processors, it's really hard to find motherboards. And I'm buying, you know, brand new hardware. I'm not trying to buy used hardware because I need the manufacturer's warranty to back it up, because I offer a 2-year warranty. Got Cool Ranch all over me. Oh no. Not good. But yeah, so that's, you know, that's why I buy the new hardware. So I'm like stuck in the new hardware prices. So it has to be from a certified reseller, number one. Number two, it has to be new. So that is the rule of the builds over here. Unless somebody tells me, hey, let's build a used build, and then there is no warranty, and everybody's aware of that. Everybody in the purchasing party is aware of that. So, but there you go, guys. Jesus' build is built. Cool Ranch need a finger licker. Best part, yeah. No, I don't think he needs a finger licker over there, Tat. But 12th gen, great buys right now. I know. I actually just did a quote for a 12th gen i9 build for a video editing setup. So we're going to be doing that build here in the next week or so. We're just waiting on all the parts. Chinix, you don't have to keep doing that, man. But thank you for the tip. Appreciate you, sir. Good night, great build. Yes, thank you. We'll be live again tomorrow doing another build stream. We've got the black and gold build that Tat2 Tuna has been waiting for, but this is for Dan, another local customer here. So congratulations, Jesus. Thank you. Yeah, I'll make sure he's going to be watching this tomorrow, so he'll be jumping in and watching all of this tomorrow. So anything you want to say to Jesus, get it in now. Micro Center is selling 256Ks for $215. I know, it's a pretty good deal. The problem is AMD still beats them. So then everybody's now wanting AMD. So everybody that comes to me and wants a build, they want AMD. That's the problem. So black and gold gang, here we go. Tomorrow night. We'll probably be starting around I'm just gonna say this. It's gonna be sometime after 7:30 p.m. I don't know when exactly I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try to start earlier so we could get maybe more than one build done. All right, guys. Thank you everybody for joining and hanging out. I appreciate everybody here. And the link in the chat, Discord link. Make sure you join the Discord channel. A lot of cool stuff there. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. See you at 9. Yeah, pretty much. I'll drop the link here for you. The Discord link has been dropped. I don't have that that command set up yet. Sorry. I'm pathetic, I know. GG's. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.